Hello everybody and welcome to Mondoid, your one-stop shop for all things Project Zomboid, and this week, H1PZ2. A lot to discuss, a lot to dissect here. One of the blogs that I would actually recommend going to read for its humor, it's actually pretty funny, but there's stuff here I definitely want to discuss, and there's a video you also should come watch, is I guess what I'm trying to get to, because it's hard for me to dissect a video. I mean, we could watch it together, but I like for you guys to go to the blog and watch it yourself. So this blog focuses on interviewing, quote-unquote, 3 different members of the team, just seeing what they're up to in this stage of development and how things are coming along. Right now, Easy Pickens is basically finished with Build 30. Looks like they're going to be putting out Build 30 as the final build sometime today, I believe, maybe in the next day or two. And then Build 30 is done. They're not going to be touching Build 30 anymore, and they're purely going to be focusing on Build 31, which we all know has a lot of really cool changes and adjustments coming along with it. So let's see what the 3 people they interview are up to. So Ringo D is one of the bigger developers within the team, one of the earliest community recruitments actually. He was just a community modder for a long time, and I want to say he was the first one to be hired full-time by the Indie Stone to work on the game itself. So let's see, what is he up to right now? It looks like he's currently designing large sections of the map that will expand the world north up to our rendition of Louisville. This includes large dense sections of suburbia, thick woodland, and secluded neighborhoods and everything in between. That involves going to Google Maps a whole lot, apparently, and using that in the tool of WorldEd to kind of make the world up front. So as we know, Ringo D is really built and focused on building the map and expanding the map northward and kind of creating the landscape that would then be populated by none other than the wonderful Mash. Mash is she's one of my favorite to read just because she's so funny. Right now, what she's doing is filling up those large areas of suburbia that Ringo has described up above. And that means making houses, more and more houses, lots of houses, all kinds of houses. I kind of don't envy her job because a lot of what she has to do is try to make the houses not that repetitive, because you don't want to be seeing a row of all the same maybe 2 or 3 houses. You need to see, like, if you're going down a street, you want to see, if it's a big long road, like 6 or 7 different kinds of houses. Sure, you're going to run into similar formats and similar types of houses throughout the world, but to make sure that it's varied and fun for the player to explore and to see and to keep things fresh for the player's eye, that is a lot of work, and I can't imagine being in her shoes. I wouldn't want to be in her shoes. Never mind imagining it. I just don't want to be in her shoes. So she's just working on houses, more houses, houses everywhere. Can only see houses help. Weep. So poor Mash, that's all she's got going on her table right now. Now, the exciting one, Lemmy. Everybody wants to know what Lemmy's up to. Right now, Lemmy is working on NPCs. At the very moment, he's working on the AI behavior system, basically the huge decision tree AI brain that controls their movement, their decisions, etc., etc. We talked about a few weeks back, and as he mentioned a few weeks back, he ported the behavior system to use a text script format to easily allow behaviors to be edited and reloaded in the game for quick testing. Basically, he's adding more and more behaviors to allow NPCs to be able to survive in different situations. Most recently, he's added a behavior to change dirty bandages, since this wasn't a feature when the bandaging behavior was developed. Testing at the moment is literally running the game with the player controlled by the NPC brain and seeing what survival times they can get. So instead of you playing the player, the camera will just follow what would be the player, but it's actually just an AI controlling it. The ultimate aim is to get a decent survival time on the 8 months after scenario to allow the NPCs to be proactive enough to get enough food and water and have the zombie avoidance diversion skill necessary to handle the insane zombies. Actually, that's smart. Testing the zombies on insane mode is probably the best bet, because that's going to be the best bang for your buck. If you aren't able to survive, or if you are able to get the AI rather to survive in that insane mode, you would think it's going to be super easy for them to survive in a normal mode. So I'm really excited that that's actually what he's doing. That's very smart, as opposed to doing it the other way around and hoping that the NPCs are able to survive on insane mode after testing it on normal mode, and they just get riggedy wrecked. So I'm excited. He's got a picture for us which kind of shows how the AI tree works, their decision sequence and whatnot, and how it all goes. It's actually exciting for people, I'm sure, who are modders and how it's working. But hey, this is actually, a little bit of a sneak peek that, hey, he's not lying. Hey, NPCs are being developed. So very exciting. I'm curious to see what that's going to cause and what that's going to bring us in the near future. Last but not least, before we kind of break down this Mondoid, maybe not as long as I expected it to be, there's a video here, and it's showing sneaking animations, which is coming in build 21, or 31 rather. Go watch it. I'm not going to spoil it. You should come to the blog, projectzomboid.com, and then click on the blog at the bottom right there, and come watch the video. I'm watching it. I've watched it, and it definitely looks like there is going to be a lot of changes to how I would play the game with this system alone. As it is now, sneaking is kind of just this rudimentary thing, and I've said it 1,000 times, I'll say it again. Every implementation of a new gameplay mechanic that they put into the game will drastically change how most players play the game, including myself. And this is one of those implementations that I think will drastically change how I personally play the game. So I'm excited to see it implemented. Come to the blog, watch the video, and I'm curious what your thoughts are in the comment section below. And that's it for Mondoid, man. It's a longer one, but it's because it's longer in visual format, not necessarily in Mondoid format. But that's because of a lot of just interviewee type questions. Again, as always, I suggest you come read it. I suggest you come watch the video, check out the picture for yourself, and let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for coming by. If you're a once-a-weeker, I will see you next week. If you're a regular, I will see you later today. And as always, I will see all of you next time. Bye-bye.